Hello, and welcome to the show.
Hey.
Welcome to You Don't Even Know.
Hey.
Oh, that was really soon.
How are you, Jordan?
Do we want to go more? We could do more.
No, you don't have to do more.
Okay, so here's more.
Jordan wanted more.
Okay, Jordan.
More intro music.
More intro music.
Lead us home.
Yep. Take it away.
So this week,
Jordan.
or last week, I should say, Justin got a surgery, and it hurts to laugh for him now.
A little bit.
So really, all episode, it's just a competition of who could hurt Justin more.
Yeah.
Through laughter.
So this show is about causing me pain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Justin, how was your surgery?
So I went in for surgery, and they told me it was going to take 90 minutes. It took 12 hours.
Wow.
And I get out of surgery.
That's like a really bad estimate.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That's like 12,000% off.
Yeah.
when I came out of surgery, they told me later that I was a little combative. So
Combative?
they had to combative,
Yes.
as in I basically punched a nurse in the teeth.
You
Nice.
didn't know you were doing it?
I had teeth marks and blood on my knuckles.
Interesting.
And scratch marks on my armpit. So,
Were you just like...
and then
really
a male
itchy?
nurse comes in. He walks in and says, "Hey, dude, bro, you don't like women at all because
No, he didn't say that.
15 women were trying to hold you down." And I was like screaming and kicking because I was under anesthesia and I had no idea where I was or who I was. And then he's like, "Yeah." I said, I looked at you and I said, "Hey, cut it out." And then I just stopped. I was like, "Oh, okay." Immediately stopped punching nurses
So
in the
apparently
face.
Justin doesn't respect women at all.
Not under anesthesia.
Nope.
Not naturally.
Yep.
Yeah. My natural self.
So, you know what I looked him right in the face and I said, "You're lying."
You're lying.
Yeah.
I didn't do those things.
Yeah. That did not happen. That's not what happened at all.
You are lying to me, sir.
Yep.
I was drugged.
Yep. So they give me a you know how I like to joke around with people sometimes?
No.
So I looked at one of the nurses and I'm like, "I feel like I'm going to throw up." And she gives me a bag with a plastic ring built into it. And she hands it to me.
That,
and I
the
said,
plastic ring is to like...
the plastic ring is to hold it open so that you don't have to
Okay.
like
and to
hold
shut it
open by-
afterwards?
Does it have like a
Nope,
pull
it just
tab?
stays open. Just a big gaping maw of your previously consumed victuals.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Say your word of the
so
day.
I look at her. I look her right in the eyeballs, and I say, "Oh, I was just kidding." So she gets fed up with me and just like chucks it. She's like, "Well, fine then, be annoying." But then I turn to Melissa 2 minutes later, and I'm like, "I need to throw up," and she's like, "Shut up with the jokes." And I say, "No. It's actually going to come out of my body. It's going to come rocketing out of my body because they gave me terrible coffee." So I had 16 ounces of terrible coffee in me for about a minute.
Ugh.
And I said, "Melissa, it's going to happen right now." And I put my hand over my mouth and I'm like, "Burp." And she like saw it, you know? She saw
Was it like coming out of your fingers?
she saw my birth giving to the re-coffee. And so
It probably tasted better than normal
Melissa
coffee.
grabs the little green bag that the lady had just tried to give me off the floor, blows it off a little bit, hands it to me. I fill it up in a half. So
don't drink bad coffee?
don't drink bad coffee. That's my first piece of advice. Don't punch any nurses in the face.
Yep.
They get a little sore about that.
They're all salty. And
Yeah. They get all salty.
Do you mean sore from like the bruises or sore from like...
Both of them.
mentally
Yeah.
Emotionally sore.
Yeah. Apparently, they ended up giving me, to cool me back down because I was punching people, they gave me fentanyl.
Wow, that's like super strong stuff.
Yeah. They gave me synthetic morphine, fentanyl, which is 50 times stronger than normal morphine. So here's me coming out of my sleep-induced comatose state and more drugs to bring me back down. I actually stopped breathing. He told my wife that I have to. He forced her. He said, "Keep him breathing, because if you leave him alone, he's too chill, and he'll just lean back and die from not breathing."
Wow.
That's frightening.
This is me bleeping.
You have to breathe.
I gotta breathe. I'm not.
Breathing.
My eyes are shut. I can't even open them.
Justin's just like, I don't want to breathe.
Okay, you know how killer whales, orcas, can't just breathe on their own? They have to think about every breath.
I didn't know that.
Every time I take a breath right now, I have to think about it and force it out of my body. Because my lungs are filled with the gas that they put you under with. So I can't even expand my lungs the whole way.
Oh.
And then I can't believe that I keep trying to go to sleep.
I was trying to fall asleep.
Take video. And ta-da! I like playing games
It was
and
easier to
singing
sing.
songs,
Why does your voice sound all
building
crazy?
blocks.
That's the
and
gas in my lungs.
Oh.
It's like drinking
chasing
helium.
boys. But I wish there was school every day.
Even singing right now.
I wish I could keep air in my lungs.
Oh, your heart rate
And
just
I'm
went up a little
trying
bit.
to sing this song.
Like my
And
body
I
is
just
trying to
wish
go to
that
sleep
I
and die
could
right
fall
now.
asleep.
Why'd you let them pump you so full of drugs? Jeez.
So, and then later, this is me having a fever dream with all of my body trying to recover.
How far later was this? Was this in the hospital?
This was a couple days later.
Oh, okay.
So, but I have my body, which is basically in shock, and I still, for 3 days later, had gas in my lungs. So I was unable to breathe. I have sleep apnea. Middle of the night.
What bunny?
If we get to the bicycle drone game,
I'm dead asleep.
if we get there and it's all pissed off at us because we're screwing around with it.
Because what?
The bicycle drone.
What do you mean? Who's gonna be pissed off?
The jet.
The jet's going to be pissed off.
The bunny?
Leading answers.
No, her Skyform.
Her sky form.
The
What do you mean?
jets.
That is the sky form of the bunny.
What the heck? Is this like Beast Wars stuff?
I love Beast Wars. Can we talk about Beast Wars?
That was amazing.
Okay, so that's what I've been living, where I can't sit up, I can't stand up, I can't sit down, I can't lay down. Everything hurts all the time. So I would say that this is pretty much the worst pain I've ever had in my entire life.
But did the surgery make you feel better from what you were experiencing?
No, I
before?
still feel worse. I feel terrible every day.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's a nice little update on what's going on with Justin
Yeah,
and
that's
why
what's happening.
he's probably going to be a little tamer this episode.
We'll see.
We'll see about that.
Probably not. He'll suffer through it
Yeah.
just so he could yell.
Just so we could.
So going along with Justin being all hurt somewhere, one of the things we were going to talk about this week is worst you have ever hurt yourself, which Justin's thing doesn't really count because he did not do that.
He was hurting other people.
No, okay, here's what I did. Here's
Really,
what I did.
Justin was the one
Here.
hurting.
No, here's how I hurt myself.
No?
I'll tell you, and I'll tie it in. Okay, is I got a little hernia 6 years ago, and I ignored it for 6 years, and then it turned into a gigantic hernia that was the size of my knee sticking out of my abdomen, and then I got it fixed. So that was the worst pain I've
What
ever
did you
felt.
do to get the hernia in the first place? Do
And
you
they
know?
said, so if you had this hernia for, they asked me in the checkup there, have you had this hernia for months? You think maybe a year? I'm like, yeah, maybe a year-ish, but it's 6 years.
Did you tell him 6 years or did you?
No,
Oh.
you never tell your doctor the truth.
Oh, I thought that's what you're
It's a
supposed
terrible idea.
That's like saying, oh yeah, your doctor goes, do you exercise? And you go, yeah, some.
to do. But there's patient-doctor confidentiality for that reason.
I don't think that's a thing.
They
Yeah,
just
they don't.
They,
They
just
gossip.
post it on Facebook.
Yeah, they're like, hey.
this guy did it 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that is the worst I've ever hurt myself. I just, it took me 6 years to build up to it.
Oh.
Wow.
There.
And now you're hurting the most you've ever hurt.
Ever.
What about you, Josiah?
Well, mine is I've hurt myself quite a bit. Last time we talked about when I ran into a table, that one hurt. I think the one I want to talk about this week is I was riding a dirt bike around and I was coming around a turn. And on a dirt bike, you know, it's a motorcycle, so you do a little lean as you're going around the turn.
Yeah, of course.
And I right after the turn, I got vertical, and then I just gave it some gas to get going again. But what I didn't know is I wasn't quite vertical yet. And this was a bigger motorcycle. It was 500 cc's on a dirt bike, which is a lot. And it was bigger than any other dirt bike I had ever ridden at the time.
Was it bigger than you?
It was much bigger. I could not touch the ground on it.
Oh.
It was big.
So you're on a beast that you can't even touch the ground.
I was 17.
Mm-hmm.
You
16.
know, probably fully grown.
16.
I stopped growing I may have grown a couple more inches.
He was only
but
16.
No, I was 17. Thank you. And I rode it, and when I came out of that turn and gave it more gas, all 500 of those cc's turned that tire very quickly, and it came out from under me and simultaneously landed on me.
Ouch.
And my left leg and foot just got mangled because I was on like mostly asphalt, but it was kind of gravel too.
Oh.
Like it was old asphalt that was decomposing into gravel. And I did not have any skin on the left half of my left knee or the top of my left foot. All the skin was gone. And I know that you're like, well, how did all the skin on your left foot go away? Weren't you wearing shoes? That's the fun
what
part.
you do when you're riding a motorcycle,
You
right?
do it shoeless. No.
Wait.
No, I was wearing shoes. The shoe was gone. Like,
Did you ever find the shoe?
No, I mean, like, the top of the shoe was gone. Like, it ground through the top of the shoe and my skin. So that hurt a lot. And the worst part was
there pieces of shoe inside your skin?
a little bit.
Is there pieces of shoe inside your skin?
Definitely maybe. The worst part, by far,
Is that why your
was
feet are so
I
dumb?
had to not only like go through that, but then after that, I had to pick up the bike and ride it the rest of the way to where I was headed. I couldn't just be like, whoa. You know, I wasn't. There was no one with me. Like
It's
I
not
couldn't
like you were
just
surrounded by friends that could pick you up and be like, "Oh, Josiah, let's pick him up."
Yeah, it's like there was no help. I was like, I had to, with no skin on my leg, go
Or foot.
another probably half mile to where I was headed, to where there was people that helped wrap me up, and
Was it really bloody?
it was pretty bloody. It wasn't very fun. It hurt a lot. There was a lot of
Did your
asphalt
foot-
in my knee.
Did
there
your foot
probably
look
still
like
is.
soup?
No, it's probably not as bad as you're imagining right now, but it hurt more
Do you
than
have like
a lot of things.
on your foot now? Does it just say like "just do it" on it or something? Like permanently embedded in there?
Like the Nike
Do you have the
trademark.
Nike swoosh?
Yeah.
No,
in your
I wear Adidas, so there's 3 stripes.
Oh, okay.
Adidas are stupid.
Oh man,
But
That
I do
sounds
have
awful.
a really gnarly scar on my knee from it, so that's
that's cool.
good.
Those
Yeah.
are like the natural tattoos.
So,
Yeah.
so did you ever make it a whole summer up at camp with all of the skin on your knees?
Yeah, a couple.
Okay.
Summer camp is made to get hurt.
Yep.
You're made to do dumb stuff at summer camp.
Yeah, I mean it's the best. That's why you go. So yeah, that would be my worst time ever getting hurt, or at least one of them. I don't know. I can't really rate them all, but that's up there.
This just sounds awful.
Yep.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I know
worst you've
Jordan's.
ever hurt
Oh.
yourself?
So I was in this warehouse type of building, and there was these like skateboard ramps set up, and my friends were there,
You sound really athletic.
and I was in with my friends that were skateboarders. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, hey, can I have a go at it? They're like, oh, yeah, totally, have a go at it. So they hand me their skateboard with, like, the loosest wheels and trucks in the world. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got this. And it's a ramp that's, like, 3 or 4 feet high, maybe, at the most.
No.
Wait. Just for the record, how many times had you ridden successfully a skateboard before this moment?
I don't think I'd ever done it
I was
before.
definitely in there. That ramp was not even close to 3 or 4
Okay,
feet.
let's
it was,
go with
It
less
was probably
somewhere.
2.
Somewhere less than 3
Oh, really?
feet.
I thought it was like a 5-foot ramp.
No, it was
No.
very small.
No,
Okay.
I think it was around 3 feet.
It
So
came
let's
up to
just-
my knee.
That sounds about 3 feet. So let's go
I'm
with
very
that.
tall.
So, wait, you had never actually ridden a skateboard before now?
Never.
I don't know if I ever ridden a skateboard.
That's a no.
I may have like hopped on
He
one.
may have
that
like
means
straight.
no.
touched one with his big toe.
But so I go up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Carries the skateboard.
Go up. No. Go up the ramp like a normal skateboarder would, and then I get to the middle, and the skateboard slips out from under me, and then I'm like, oh darn it, let me try that again, and then I go up a second time.
Oh.
And then the skateboard slips out from under me, but I caught my whole body weight with my left hand and arm. And then
He stiff-armed it.
yeah, and then
Jordan just stiff-armed the floor.
yeah, the ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on top because I was going up towards the
Instead
center.
of like doing like a little like give thing, like using his elbow to
Yeah.
absorb some blow,
well, that's the first.
he just
the
like
first one I
locked
did
his
that.
elbow and just like bonk.
And then I go up and I'm like, oh, and then because I fell, my friends were like, are you okay? But what I heard walking away and walking towards a chair that I had seen was, hey Jordan, are you okay? And then I was like, why does everyone sound funny? Granted, I was in junior high. This is my first time going into shock. I didn't know what was happening.
Okay, so you were going into shock.
I was going into shock because I had just broken my left arm, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I was like, yeah, I feel fine," because you feel fine when you're going into shock. You don't know what's happening, and you can't really feel any pain. So then, I just hang around that area for the next 5 hours, kind of with my arm down, dangling, knowing something's wrong because it's bent. And then I get home, and it's
What was bent about your arm?
my bones.
Your bones were bent.
My
Well,
bones.
like one of them was broken.
No,
Bones don't bend.
two of them were fractured, I think,
Yeah.
in the middle,
Fractured means broken.
in between my wrist and my elbow.
P.S. If you go to the hospital and if you have a broken arm, you know what they call it?
A broken arm.
A fracture. And if you have a fractured arm, do you know what they call it?
A fracture.
A fracture. So medically, they don't care, and they're the same doggone thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Because
So
So
you-
it wasn't broken. It was
so-
fractured.
So your
Yeah.
brain, your straight, your formerly straight arm bone,
Yeah.
looked like a parenthesis inside of your body.
Well, there's two bones there, and only one of them was jacked up.
I get home, and it's the night before Thanksgiving, and my mom's like super busy making food and stuff for Thanksgiving the next day. And I hold my arm, but it's covered in a sweatshirt. I hold it up, and I'm like, hey, Mom, my arm kind of hurts. And she's like, why, what happened? And then I pull away my sweatshirt, and she's like, oh.
Oh, it makes sense.
She didn't laugh like I did, but she said, oh, that looks bad. And I said, yeah, it hurts. I think I may have, maybe broken it or something. And she's like, oh, boy. And there's like a turkey in the oven and everything to do with Thanksgiving happening right then.
Yep.
And she's like, okay.
It was a bad time for Jordan to break
It
it.
was really bad. And so we go to the hospital, and they're like, hey, you broke your arm. What have you been doing all day to like make it better? And I was like, oh, I just left it down. Like
I left it down.
like I put
so
it
instead
down.
of reverse elevating it,
Yeah. Even though he said, oh, always do rice. And I was like, what's rice? He's like, rice. I don't stinking know. What did he say?
I
What
don't
does
know.
rice stand for?
I don't have a clue.
So
you don't even know.
I don't. That's
The first one might be raise.
one.
Second one's probably ice.
Rice.
Maybe then sit down and exercise.
Okay, hold on. I got it here. Rice. He said, oh, yeah, always do rice. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And I was like, I didn't do any of those. I did the opposite of most of
the opposite
those.
of all of that.
I didn't ice it. I didn't rest, and I didn't elevate
I
it.
put it in front of a heater.
And I was like, oh, this is a cold arm. No, and then I started to feel it like the next day. I was like, oh, this is not feeling well because I wasn't in shock anymore the next day. And I embarrassed myself in front of a bunch of my friends.
Did you get the girl? Did it work?
No.
Oh.
No girl was gotten because I broke my arm because I'm still single.
Yep.
And that's Jordan's single life.
This is Jordan's single life.
So which one was more painful, the broken arm or the singleness?
The broken arm really didn't hurt that much.
Oh, there we
Huh?
go.
So
There you go, ladies. You could date the my broken arm didn't hurt that much guy.
He's like really strong.
Yeah.
yeah. Have you ever
Super
broken
brave.
a bone, Justin?
Yeah, and his bones they bend
Have
and
you-
not break, but
have you
they
ever
can
broken a
break
bone?
and take it with some class.
I've never broken a bone.
Have
Never.
you ever broken a bone, Justin?
No.
No,
uh-uh.
yeah, never broken a bone.
I've
had
never broken
surgery?
a bone.
I've had surgery, but I've
never broken a bone. I've never had a bee sting.
What?
I've never had a bee sting.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like I've had like countless bee stings.
Yeah, they've just never stung me.
Oh, that's really good. I should bring some bees in here.
Yeah. I've never
I mean, for all we know, we're allergic.
Yeah. I've never had an
I'll
allergic
bring an
outbreak.
EpiPen.
I've never well, gosh, we should just play Never Have I Ever.
Okay. Never have I ever went skydiving.
I've gone skydiving. Never have I ever kissed a girl.
I've kissed a girl, and I've liked it. I liked the taste of her cherry chapstick.
Ooh.
So, last week, we kind of touched on one of our emails that we got.
We got emails.
And this kind of segues into that by me being in the friend zone all the time. And this guy was in the friend zone too. How do you guys think this guy and I can get out of the friend zone?
Well, we should probably like just read his question to like, make sure we give credit where credit's due. We don't have to say any names. I don't think we'll do that.
But we could definitely read it verbatim.
Yeah, so the person who sent it at least knows that we're answering their question.
Yeah.
The question was, I think I was put in the friend zone. How do I get out?
Oh, Jordan, since you're single, why don't you take first crack at this?
I'm no help to you. I'm sorry. I'm still in that zone.
Okay, here we go.
Jordan, if you had to guess.
Here we go. I'm going to lay it on you. What you do when you're in that sweet, sweet friend zone. Because obviously, to be in the friend zone.
Buy her things.
No. Please don't.
Should he buy her things?
Once you're. Okay, here, let me rewind. You got in the friend zone because you know this person very, very well. You know what they like.
Yeah.
You are very good friends with them. That's why they would never look at you in a romantic way. So that is like the definition of the friend zone, correct?
Sure.
Okay. So you know this person very well. So you, in theory, know how to throw that person an amazing, amazing date. You know what they like. You know where they would want to go on a first date. You know all these things about them because you're good friends with them.
Yeah.
So just go to that person and say, hey, I know this might be weird, but do you want to go on a date with me? Just one. Do you want to do one date with me? Give me a chance.
Yep. And then when they say no,
It's your friendship is over. You're done.
Just walk away from the friendship entirely.
Because really,
How many friends do you need?
because
no,
hang on. When you go to that person and you say, hey, can we go on one date? Can you give me one chance? And they say no, you obviously think about them in a way that they don't think about you, and you're never going to be on par with how you think about each other. So just give up. Just walk away. It's always going to be awkward for you because you want more and they don't. So it's just done.
Yeah, so if you're willing to kill a friendship with a knife in the heart for one date, then yeah, you should totally try that and just bet everything on your one kind of crummy date idea that you have because you've never done date before. So
really you have to weigh risk versus reward.
What's the reward? Is absolute failure, and then nothing will come of it. So just go what?
Well, and really it doesn't matter because you want to be in a relationship with that person.
You have nothing to lose, really.
And you're not going to really have friends that are girls when you're married.
Yeah. And that way, after you go on the date, they could tell all of their friends that are also your friends what a really terrible and tepid date it was. But
that's the problem. It can't be. You have to blow it out of the freaking park.
So if you're going to take a chance at all,
if they say yes, I will go on that date with you. They're also willing to take the risk and ruin the friendship that you guys have.
So basically, if it's not like a string quartet,
it needs to be legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
Legend dairy. So if it's not going to be something like, Michael Bublé singing to them on Angel Stadium while the park is closed and only you can get in.
It doesn't have a roof.
Okay, I'm saying
on the ring.
It has to be something that's so you can't just take it or dinner in a movie if you're going to try and break out of the friend zone. Is what you're saying?
No.
You have to do
you
something.
Have to go,
set
you have
expectations.
to shoot a rocket into space.
Nuts. go nuts. Spend all of your savings
Oh boy.
on this date.
That's travel a lot.
Yeah.
I know this one.
Oh,
Impress your friends.
Travel as much as you can.
But
As much as your budget allows.
If you say go on one date with me, you have to fly her to Paris.
so are you guys saying that a girl that is your friend?
This is actually a really good idea, Josiah. This might work.
Wait.
know.
So you no,
I've thought about it.
hold on.
I was there once and I was ready. And then
Are you guys saying that girls that are your friends
Yeah.
should give you at least a chance?
No. Oh my gosh, no.
Okay. If they're
No
just not
way.
interested, don't even give you a chance.
Yeah, don't.
No.
If they're like,
Ladies?
if they say, if their thought is never in a million years, don't, please, girls, don't make
Blah.
him do this date because
Yeah.
he's going to spend a lot of money
He's
and
gonna
try
spend
really
a lot
hard.
of it.
savings.
And he's going to be like real hopeful.
Yeah.
And if your thought is you never in a million years, he is my brother.
Yeah.
He is literally my brother.
In the brother bin.
Yep.
Yeah. When the brother bin is a whole different place than the friend
That's
zone.
not even a friend zone. That's
If you're in the
bin.
brother bin, you're done.
Yeah, walk away.
You're done.
Yep.
You're just either if you can't think of that girl in a different way than your girlfriend and you're in the brother bin, you just need to be done with that girl
Yep.
altogether because
How do you know you're in the brother bin?
But she won't go on a date with
How
you.
do you know
when-
that?
No, or is that just still the friend zone?
No, like
No,
what's the
I
indicator?
think,
Yeah,
I think
where's the
brother
graph?
bin it
Where's the
starts
line?
like
Use some science
if
here.
you're like doing sleepovers at her house and like
And she falls
just-
asleep in your arms.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like she like leans on you a lot, and she like but she has a boyfriend already that isn't you,
Oh, that's
and she
bad.
you know
But she's
just like
uncomfortably close with you, but
Yeah.
she doesn't even notice.
yeah she's just like, and it's just really like to anyone else it looks weird, but to you guys it's normal.
But she has a boyfriend.
But she has a boyfriend, and
Or-
she's like
or is-
cuddling with you.
Made
that's
and
the brother bin.
Or made it completely clear that she just never wants to be with you. But she still hangs around and like,
Really touchy.
yeah.
and then she says the words, "You're like a brother to me."
Well, that would pretty much clarify it, wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
then you know.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
she says the actual words, then yes.
Yeah, if someone says that to you, and you
If
want
she
to
says,
be in a relationship
if she
with them,
says verbatim, "You're like a brother to me,"
Or
You're done.
a little brother.
yeah, then you probably
oh
shouldn't
my gosh,
hang out with her
a
ever
little
again.
brother.
Yeah.
You're like a little. You're like my little brother.
You're
Oh
like my prepubescent brother. Really.
You're just leave.
I've
Yeah.
gotten
Just
that one.
stand up and walk.
You're
away.
everyone's little brother. You're not bigger than anyone.
I didn't claim to be.
Eat food.
I do.
I eat food.
I eat food so much.
What's the best hamburger in the world?
Bocce burger in Las Vegas. It's called Bocce, BACHI burger. It's an Asian fusion burger
Some
place.
of the few words that Josiah knows
What's
how
the
to spell.
address? What's the address? First shot.
It's on Henderson Boulevard. I don't know. Jordan's looking it up right now.
There's one in Los
Okay.
Angeles.
Anyway.
No, there isn't. That one
Okay.
closed.
So here's so Josiah believes in what I would like to call Josiah. Do you like football?
What?
Do you like football?
Go Broncos.
Okay. So that what you're describing with the date where it's got to be like the do or die date.
It's got to be the.
It's going to be the football.
Actually, I don't think we can say
you're
that.
basically sorry, the big game.
Yeah.
It's the football equivalent. You're basically telling them to do a Hail Mary and try and save the game with one.
Hail Rogers, but yeah.
like one magical score.
Yeah.
What would be like? You just have to know the girl, figure out what they like.
Well, I mean that you will know the girl if you're in the friend zone.
Yeah,
you
can't-
will know them.
Strangers don't friend zone you.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the trick. Can I add my little piece of clarity? Can I just tack mine on to Josiah's?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so here's my thought: is if you're in the friend zone, leave forever and never talk to her again because you're never going to be out of the friend zone.
No,
do you know
you're-
why?
no.
Do you know why people wait? Do you know why people get put in the friend zone, Jordan? Take a wild guess.
Because
Wait. Okay, now you can go.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I was gonna say because we're not, but might as well not put myself in that category
Why do you think people get put in the friend zone? Here's why.
because we're nice.
No, it's not because you're nice.
No?
Boys, one chance. It's not because you're nice or because you're too nice or because you're friendly or because you're nice to her and she likes jerks, okay? Here's the one reason you're in the friend zone and other guys are not, is She's not attracted to you at all and never will be, okay? No matter how many magnificent dates with like Paris trips to the moon and singing in baseball stadium, none of it. It doesn't matter how far you go, you'll still be the guy that's doing cool stuff that she's not attracted to. So
I actually heard a story once, pretty recently, about It was the opposite of what a friend zone situation would usually be. This guy had put a girl in the friend zone, but she liked him. And they were in, I believe it was a youth group situation, and the youth group actually like quite seriously got up on stage and like prayed for this girl that she would find. They were like seniors, and they were like praying for this girl that she would find a good husband someday and all that stuff. And during the prayer, the guy was like, wait, I can't picture anyone else with her. Like, I don't want anybody else to be with her. Wait, I should be with her. And then he like went and did it. He got that girlfriend, and now they're married.
Yeah, that guy's probably super attractive.
Yeah, he's probably really hot.
Yeah.
okay,
and
but
rich.
Again, outside of a
Divine intervention.
yes, outside of that, like if you're thinking, how do I get out of the friend zone? Get more attractive. That's how to get out. Honestly, that's the only reason you're there. Because think of everybody Jordan, help me here. Think of all the guys that are super good looking, okay? Yep. How often do they get put in the friend zone? Like never.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much never. And think of all the unattractive guys. Wait. Just one. Just the corollary question. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish. But Beyonce's video was the greatest one of all time. No, so
like Kanye. I
That
get
was
it.
a Kanye reference
Yeah.
from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
so think about
I'm T-Swizz right now.
think about all the unattractive guys
Okay.
Okay, how often do they get put in the friend zone?
More
Often. Very often. Okay. So if you ever want to be out of the friend zone, the number one thing you have to do is save your money, get a gym pass, and do the first thing on WikiHow, which is get a 6-pack, because honestly, that's what's
How to
sticking
do
you in the
anything.
friend zone. Get a 6-pack out. Yeah, that's it. Everything else is just like hopeful, like, oh, if I talk to her enough and I'm nice enough to her and I buy her enough stuff. No, everything else is not what she's looking for. She wants you to be attractive. She's your friend because she likes hanging out with you. She doesn't want to date you because you're not attractive. There. Sorry, I'm done now.
But I don't think it's all attractive. You could
It
have
is.
money. It's either money or attractive.
Okay, that's true. Money,
both.
money is the same thing as being good looking.
Yeah.
So
money,
get
like
a cool
a
car.
6-pack is worth like $5,000.
Or maybe like 20.
Yeah, probably higher.
8-pack is worth like
Millions.
Yeah, there you go.
It's innumerable.
If you are like the guy at the gym that's super ripped,
You know that guy.
if you're that guy, you basically have the equivalent of $5 million in the bank.
Yep.
yeah. Or if you have $5 million in the bank,
You're the equivalent of the
you're
attractive
equivalent of
and if
Mr.
you
Muscle.
have both,
You are
Nobody
Tom
will ever
Cruise.
friend zone you. Ever.
then you get to be Tom Cruise
There.
and do a shirtless scene in every movie.
Yeah, and run a lot and yell.
have
Yep.
it be part of your contract.
Yeah, I love yelling and running. I mean, back when I could run.
Have you guys seen the new Jack Reacher movie?
No,
Nope.
Me neither.
I bet it's bad.
I just got it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm
Okay.
excited about it.
Well,
Have you
watch
seen
it.
the first Jack Reacher?
Nope.
Oh, you should
Watch
watch
it and tell us if it's good.
Okay.
All right. So,
So that was. Hang on.
That's
We,
the friend
we need
zone.
to move on. We need to move on.
all right, I'm
Okay.
moving on.
Okay. Please stop talking. So our next question that we got, it says, "Do you guys know that you are taxed on the income you receive from your tax return?" So, like, at the beginning of 2016, when you got a tax return that was, X amount of dollars, when you go to do 2016's taxes, like right now, you're going to be taxed on the money you received from your tax return. That's so massively counterintuitive to me.
Well, it's
I don't.
the reason you get it. Why do you get a tax return? Because the government took too much, so they're giving you.
But why
the
don't
money.
why don't they just pre-tax the income that they're going to return?
Because the taxes might be higher in the next year.
Ooh.
I got that in the mail.
The
like,
only reason you
last
got
week.
it is because they took too much. So then they're saying, well, that's income. But it's not income because
It's
they
just my
already
money
took
back.
it. And all they were doing was giving back what they shouldn't have taken in the first place.
It really does not make
sense. And then the
sense.
second year, they count it as income. And then the money from that, when you get the tax return from your tax return, they count that as income. So basically, the government's a bunch of crooks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's covered.
Yep. You're welcome.
So I also want to talk about movies that we're excited about coming out this year.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. What's the title? Oh gosh.
Episode 8.
The Last Jedi.
Wait, that's 2018.
No, that's this year. 2017, isn't it?
Oh, December 2017.
Yeah, that's this year.
Oh my gosh.
Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi. And that's the end of that segment. So yeah. No. I'm also really stinking excited about Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Thor 2. I'm excited about Thor 3
Yeah, Thor 3.
because
Thor
it
3.
has the Hulk in it. I love the Hulk. He's
I am
my favorite
also excited about that
superhero of
one.
all time.
Okay. I'm gonna
He's
start.
the best
I'm gonna start
superhero.
naming off movies.
Okay,
You
hit-
guys give me a yes or no.
Okay.
All right.
If you're excited.
Okay, hit
Okay.
me with your
The
best
Lego
shot.
Batman movie.
Yes.
So oh my
It's going to be the
Okay,
best.
wait,
I
okay,
hate Will Arnett.
Just a yes or no, Justin.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Michael Cera. He's dumb too.
Okay. Logan.
No.
Nah.
Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just yes or no.
Just yes or no. No, maybe it's just
Batman
yes or no.
versus Superman was so bad.
No. Justice
Just yes
League.
or no.
All
That's
right.
all you
I
can
vote.
say.
I vote a Batman versus Superman was so bad.
We went over that already.
I'm scared.
Yes or no?
Here, okay. I'm scared.
Say yes or no.
No, not really.
Okay. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes.
Eh.
Oh my gosh, you're so indecisive.
I'm hopeful.
I like the new Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There. The new Spider-Man is good. I'm hoping this one will be good. It won't be.
Transformers: The Last Night.
No.
no.
John
Ugh.
Wick Chapter 2.
No.
Guardians of the
John
Galaxy.
Wick is actually more watchable than you think it's going to be.
But it has Keanu
You're not
Reeves.
saying yes or no. Come on.
Guardians of the Galaxy, amazing. I can't
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
I am Groot.
Guardians Galaxy 2.
Yes.
Yes, we are Groot.
Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Dead Man Tells No
it
Tales.
looks like it's going to be fun.
No.
Beauty and the Beast.
No.
I'm so excited for Beauty and the Beast. Oh my
Aliens.
gosh.
Mm,
Aliens is going to be
Or
great.
Alien.
Yep.
The Mummy.
Everybody
No.
go see Alien with me.
Cars
Stop.
3.
Just yes or no. Oh my gosh, follow the rules of this game.
Cars 3? No,
Yes, Cars
no,
3.
absolutely not.
I liked the first two cars, and
Blah.
this one is electric cars, and I think that's a nice twist.
Okay. Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Yes, so much.
I was really
My-
hoping
my
Justin
body
would
is
vacillate
ready.
on that one for some reason. The Blade Runner 2049. No,
Yes.
I don't know what that
Everybody should go see Blade Runner. It's one of
Okay,
Harrison
Ghost in the
Ford's
Shell.
like seminal works.
No.
Sure, I'll go see it.
means. War of the Planet of the Apes.
No.
No.
Or War for the Planet of the Apes.
Still no.
Sorry.
Eh.
Wonder Woman.
No.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be really good.
Okay. Power Rangers.
Yes.
I'm curious to see how they do it. But
I'm
yes or
excited.
no?
I'm excited about seeing it.
Yes, I'm excited to go see it. I think they're going to really jack
Despicable
it up.
Me 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. I was surprised Justin's.
I know it was
Yes
so
on that
direct.
one.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. The Space Between Us.
No.
I don't know what that
what that is. Sorry.
Is it a movie about space?
I don't know.
Is it
Sandra
science
Bullock
fiction?
in
I'm
it.
just reading the movies that are coming out.
Is it the sequel to 28 Days?
Jumanji.
later?
Yes.
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's going to be bad.
The Emoji Movie.
No.
no,
That sounds
so
stupid.
awful.
I'm finding out about these movies right now. World War Z 2.
No.
Yes.
Saw Legacy.
No.
No. Missed too many.
Yeah.
Second one killed it for me. I threw
Pitch
up in
Perfect
my mouth.
3.
Yeah.
No.
I'm excited about that.
Eh.
And the last one, the Smurfs The Lost Village.
Oh gosh.
No.
No. Burn it with fire. Kill it. Sick my dog on it.
Okay. So overall,
Where's Thor 3?
I don't know.
I think that might be 2018.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for 2018 then.
These are just Google's.
I feel like there's
videos.
a couple other movies that should be on that list. That when is Thor 3
I'm looking up
coming
Thor 3.
out? Okay.
2017, November.
Ragnarok.
That's 3 days before my birthday. You could take me to go see Ragnarok on my birthday, and then I'll talk about it here, and I'll tell you how awesome the Hulk is in Thor Ragnarok with the
Wait,
Hulk.
did you say its release date is November 3rd?
That's 7 days before my birthday.
There you go.
I was like, that's 4 days before my birthday, so your math is off.
Jordan and I could have our co-birthdays at the movies
Uh-huh.
and at Chuck E. Cheese with our token crowns, and then we could go see this with Thor Ragnarok co-starring Thor featuring the Hulk, starring the Hulk. And then
Why are Hulk movies so bad?
because nobody knows how to write them worth a darn, and they always make Bruce Banner so freaking terrible. But he was good in Avengers, so
Yeah, I mean, I like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. He's
yeah.
good.
Me too.
I really feel like here the thing that saved the Hulk was when you had Joss Whedon, who's the master of dialogue, writing for Mark Ruffalo, and that really sculpted what to make him be. Make him M. Did Joss Whedon do Avengers 2 as well?
I don't even know
I
who
don't think
Joss
so.
Whedon is.
Okay, so Joss Whedon is the guy who did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And
That's some high praise right there.
okay, so he did you know what he did? He wrote the screenplay for Toy Story.
Wow.
So, and he did the Avengers.
Which
and
Toy
he
Story?
did
All of them?
the first one.
Not the second or third one.
Well, the second one was
I-
kind of bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so Joss Whedon is like the king of
What's his
snippy
first
dialogue.
name? Where do those names separate?
Joss, Joss.
And then Whedon?
Yes.
Okay. I thought for sure it was Joss Whedon.
Or Joss Wheaton.
No,
there-
it is
Joss
Joss.
Wheaton.
It's not
Because
Will Wheaton. It's Joss space.
well,
comma,
I understand that now, but when you
colon,
say it all
parenthesis,
together, just Joss
semicolon.
Whedon, it's like, where's the break? So
It's not like the people that have two first names, as their like one for their first name,
Like-
one for their last name.
Basically, as far as
Nathan
character-driven
Anthony?
stories
Yeah.
go, he's the best. And they wanted to give him the whole Marvel universe and
you
just
know
have
what's my
him
favorite
run
part
it.
about this show?
What?
When like Jordan and I are talking back and forth, and then Justin just starts talking on top of us. I'm like, gosh, this is really good radio right now, guys. Just keep going, everybody at the same time. 3, 2, 1, say something.
So the Hulk movie named Thor Ragnarok is really going to be good. That's coming out in 2017, and I'm very excited about that. And then Star Wars comes out, so I'm going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm going to watch Thor, and I'm going to watch Star Wars. I'm going to see nothing else in theaters. Done.
Boots to about hard hat.
This week's theme song brought to you by
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it?
Steve, Doctor Strange is in Thor Ragnarok.
I love Benedict Cumberbatch more than I should. I
More
just,
than I should.
yeah. I know that doesn't give you a very good metric on how much I love him.
Do you like
But-
Benedict Cumberbatch?
So much.
I didn't like him in the Star Trek movie.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I
was
did. Yeah,
Khan.
he did not do a good job at Khan, but everything else,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, he is the best Sherlock I've ever seen.
He really brings it home.
And best Sherlock I've ever seen is high praise considering Robert
Downey
DJ
Jr.
is also Sherlock in
Yeah.
another thing. But I like Benedict Cumberbatch, Mr. BC, more than RDJ. I'm sorry.
Which is pretty much impossible. And
Because RDJ is like really good.
Yeah.
But
like,
Benedict's
he walks
actually
into a
from
room
the
and you
right
feel
area of the world.
Yeah. Like when he says 221B Baker Street, he says it the right way. Gosh, Sherlock's a good show.
Yeah.
I
Everybody
haven't
go
seen
watch
Sherlock, and I
It's-
don't want to see it.
What?
It's one of the best shows
whoa.
out there.
Let me rewind to what Justin just... You've never watched Sherlock?
Never watched it.
Why?
Justin doesn't like good shows.
Why don't you watch Sherlock?
I don't know.
Go watch Sherlock. It's
Remember
on
how long it
Netflix.
took him to see every
Can-
other good show?
Can you guys sit down and watch all of Star Trek Voyager and then I'll watch Sherlock?
One takes about maybe
One,
12
you can
hours.
literally watch all 4 seasons in 12 hours.
Yep. And one
I could
will
watch all
take-
of Voyager in 12 hours.
No.
At 13 times speed.
It's
And all the
only
little red shirts are like...
it's only 7 series
Seasons of
Seasons?
13 episodes a season
26
long.
episodes
Oh my
a season.
gosh. Times an
It's
hour
really
each episode.
good. It's really good.
No, you should watch Sherlock
Yeah.
because...
Everybody watch
We'll
Sherlock.
trade Sherlock for Voyager. It's done.
It's not an equal trade.
No,
but
it's
not
fine.
an equal trade. I'll
We'll-
trade you hour
we'll
for
trade-
hour.
All right. Done. You can watch 12 episodes of Star Trek Voyager of my choosing.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good.
You watch Sherlock first, though.
We'll give it even like 15 episodes of Voyager.
Sherlock is so good, though.
So is Voyager.
But Benedict Cumberbatch, he's He's got the deepest voice around. That's why he played a dragon.
Captain Janeway is the best.
Have
Star
you
Trek
seen
captain.
the video of him crawling around in the green screen room, all
I did see that.
suited up with those little like buttons that track
Wait,
his
he
movement?
actually did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he acted out the dragon as he was doing
Did
the
they
voice
even
acting
use
for
his,
it.
like, motion?
Yes.
They were tracking it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It was really
his
interesting.
neck, his mouth, everything. And you know what? The movie was still bad.
Oh, that's because they broke it up into 3 movies.
Yeah,
They made 5 movies out of a book that's about like 1/4 the size of a Lord of the Rings book.
Yeah, we
that
already
was
talked about this, but
Yeah. Thank you for torturing it, guys. Go ahead, Jordan.
we were saying it was good, but
Mhm.
you said it was bad.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, this has been another episode of You Don't Even Know. Thanks for listening. As always, email us at ydekcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. We love your questions.
We really do. I would love to be able to answer questions each episode and not just once every 10 episodes. So yeah, feel free, shoot us an email, even if it's just, saying how much you think it's annoying that Justin talks over everyone or something like that.
If anyone wants to make us a new song, that'd be great.
Yeah, we would love that because right now we're using something from, I believe it's
Purple Music.
purpleplanet.com is where we get this song from. So thanks to them for now.
For now.
But if anybody else wants to create us something, we'd be glad to take a look at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.